The milk bank, which distributes donor milk to premature, ill, and other needing infants across the Midwest, has been experiencing shortages since the fall. WTIU reports the nonprofit is hoping for increased donations to meet the demand.
This is sort of the stash that I have.
Lauren O'Reilly wasn't aware of the increased need for breast milk when she looked into donating last year after realizing she was producing more than what her newborn son needed.
So I think it's for those people who are really just kind of happen to have an oversupply. Sometimes we don't know why these things happen or can't predict it. But if you do, and you'd like to give back, it's a really simple process.
She's donated over 100 ounces so far. A 3-month-old baby can consume 2 to 3 ounces of milk per pound of body weight every day. O'Reilly pumps the milk and lays it flat to freeze before taking it to All Options Pregnancy Resource Center. From there, it goes to the milk bank in Indianapolis. Milk Bank Director Freedom Kolb says she isn't sure what the reasons are for the increased demand, but says supply chain issues with baby formula have increased hospitals' need.
We know some of our NICU partners have indicated if that is the case, that they will turn to safe human milk from an accredited milk bank to offset that supply shortage as well.
She says her organization first noticed the spike last fall and began planning ahead by trying to recruit more donors. Demand for milk supply from the milk bank increased by 40% in 2021, according to Kolb. Donations haven't kept pace, increasing by 30%.
But I'm cautious to call it a supply shortage.
Donations can be dropped off at locations across the state, which are then sent to the milk bank in Indianapolis, which is the only milk bank in the state. The milk bank distributes the milk to NICUs and households with infants in need. So far, Kolb says they haven't had to turn anyone away, but they are checking donation drop-off locations more often and have had to alter hours of packaging and processing to keep up with demand.
What has happened is the shift in the store of inventory and how long the process is between when we receive milk and when we dispense milk has shortened. Really, we are processing and using milk the second it comes in the door.
Breast milk is vital to infant development and helps protect against illnesses like ear infections, pneumonia, and sepsis, according to Dr. Ikanem Akinola. It also helps prevent obesity and some childhood cancers. She says part of the increased demand can be attributed to the raised awareness of milk's benefits.
And that increase has occurred not just with the Indianapolis Milk Bank, but even a lot of the other milk banks across the country and Canada are experiencing an increased demand for breast milk. I think people realize more and more the benefits of human milk in the care of infants. I think more NICUs are providing breast milk and using it for their newborns.
Akinola says the smaller an infant is, the more important it will be that they have ready access to breast milk. She says her hospital, St. Vincent's, hasn't had to adjust to the shortages yet. Kolb says that if supply is unable to keep up with demand, milk would go to the infants most in need first, like those with necrotizing enterocolitis. Kolb and Akinola hope that increased education will encourage more mothers who are able to donate to do so. O'Reilly says she's glad she's been in a position to donate. She hopes it will help instill altruistic values in her son later in life.
I really think that it hopefully just sort of teaching him about how to donate time or whatever you have, and instilling those sort of values in him. And so, if it's him having extra food or extra toys, how could we give back to people who don't have those things? And so maybe we'll sort of share this story with him about how I was able to give breast milk.
For Indiana News Desk, I'm WTIU.
The Human Milk Banking Association of North America reported distributing 9.2 million ounces of breast milk in 2021, a 22% increase from 2020.